I pray that what I say and what you hear may be true to him who is our friend, our brother, and our risen Lord. Amen. Come, join and lead us to further glorify God's name. I might embarrass some of you by asking you from where that text is drawn, but I don't want to embarrass you. I'll tell you that that was the invitation offered by this parish on the cover of its parish profile when it sought applicants to discern the person whom God was calling to serve here in this parish. And it was that invitation, come, join and lead us to further glorify God's name, to which Dominic Clark responded. As together, the patron, the Earl of Selborne, the parish representatives, and me as bishop, with the support of the Archdeacon and others from the parish and deanery, discerned with Dominic that he was both called and to be sent to serve here. Today, that process reaches its climax and completion as we mark the beginning of a new phase in the life and ministry of this parish and congregation, and of Dominic's ministry with Jenny, Evie and Florence as they move into this parish and their new home here, and as together we combine to serve the mission of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Every one of us here in church this evening knows the challenges as well as the privilege of sharing in that ministry in our complex and demanding society, which in its complexity is often longing for the good news that comes from God in the person of Jesus Christ. Tonight we are reminded that this is not just theory or principle, but reality grounded in real situations. We've read about real situations. The prophet Isaiah puts into the mouth of someone unknown to us the proclamation which is ours too. O Zion, herald of good tidings, lift up your voice with strength. Say to the cities of Judah, here is your God. Now those words have a special resonance in this Advent season of preparation as we look towards Christmas. We are called to proclaim, here is your God in a manger. And we're reminded of that so dramatically as we enter this church, of course, with the wonderful life-size, or so it seems, crib scene at the West End. Here is your God. The ministry to which we're called of proclaiming that good news is for every season, week and day. Part of our calling, people and priest, is to look at events, at what is happening around us in our communities as well as in the wider world, and explain, here is our God. The parish priest, as theologian, speaking of the things of God, has a special role then to ponder and reflect, so that she, or he in this case, brings to the community as well as to the congregation a measured, reasoned understanding of where God is active among us. In a world and society which makes activity and busyness the measure of effectiveness, we must guard against giving the impression that involvement and energetic engagement can ever be divorced from prayer, reflection, and spirit-led understanding. Our proclamation, "Here is God," is a central element of our discipleship. What we say is important as well as what we do. And part of the calling of the parish priest is to model that prayerful and thoughtful reflection, and to lead and teach others to do it. And our faith, a living reality, not a dusty theory, is reflected too in our behaviour, in our actions. Isaiah speaks of the Lord, as we read, who feeds his flock like a shepherd, gathers the lambs in his arms, carries them in his bosom, and gently leads the mother sheep. Now, for a bishop, carrying a pastoral staff in the form of a shepherd's crook, those are awesome words. But not just for me. Though in carrying the crook, I bear the responsibility of recalling us all to this vocation. It is a calling which belongs to us all. Jesus, in the Gospel reading, makes so vividly his point, not only that every single one of us, like one sheep in 100, is noticed or missed, valued and sought, but that we need shepherds after the pattern of the Good Shepherd. Though this is a special calling of the priesthood, it is a calling for us all. What we do, every one of us, in caring for others, seeking out the lost with compassion, supporting the weak or the separated or the marginalised, is to minister as shepherd in the name of Jesus Christ. And what we do may speak as eloquently as what we say. So tonight, here in this church and parish, people and priests together rejoice in the ministry of proclamation and shepherding based on lives of prayer and reflection. Now, some of you will know that today is St. Nicholas Day, the feast day of the original Santa Claus. This is the day to thank God, not so much for Santa and his bag of Christmas presents, though many, many of us look forward to that, but to thank God for all his gifts to us. For a priest, God's gift to a parish. For the parish and all its people, not just its congregation, God's gift to a parish priest. Now, I've earlier encouraged us to have a sense of realism. I guess there might be moments in the coming weeks, months and years when Dominic does not always think that every one of his parishioners is always God's gift. And I venture there may well be moments too when the members of the congregation and parish but Dominic and each one of you and every person in this parish is a treasure. God's gift to one another. God's gift for us to share. shepherd and to love like the one who has gone astray, gone missing or lost. And that needs to be the heart and the focus of our prayers and of our ministry. While I'm talking of treasures, may I express the gratitude of the parish and myself to those who've led and sustained the life of this church, the witness of the Christian community in this place during the vacancy which ends tonight. Alison and Davina, the church wardens, Lynn and Wendy, the curates here, Paul the reader, along with many others from the deanery, and indeed some from over the border in Guildford Diocese. Others from within the parish who've taken on extra responsibilities and ministry. Together, under the guidance latterly of our new rural dean, Will Hughes, who's not, I understand, unknown in these parts, you have together, with the gratitude of us all, sustained, encouraged, enlivened and developed the life of this church and parish. Dominic, with Jenny, Evie and Florence, we welcome you, each one of you, with Digby, who has made the move as well. He's the Labrador, by the way. They all love, I think, the great outdoors and the countryside. They know this area well now, so Dom may be seen road bike riding the lanes, I imagine. If he's not doing that, he'll be playing the guitar or the ukulele or the mandolin. Shades of George Formby to me, though of rather different stature and build. Dominic brings energy, commitment and leadership. We're delighted he and the family are staying in the diocese and that they have moved into Blackmore and Whitehill. In his own words, he comes to this benefice, and I quote him, to live, work and serve. And I know you seek also with him to live, work and serve here in the name of Jesus Christ, to proclaim in word and in deed his love for all. So together in this service, we recommit ourselves into that ministry, the ministry which belongs here to the people of this congregation and parish, who are, I know, delighted to be supported by others, representatives of the wider community, those from across the deanery, and particularly those who have supported Dom in his ministry in the parish of Petersfield and Berriton and prepared him for this new opportunity and vocation. We come together to rededicate ourselves, to pledge ourselves, so that we may proclaim to others, here is our God.